are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Yes.
I've been ready for months.
All right. Gonna share screen real quick. Everyone join in. And this puts me at the top, befitting my status as a DM. All right. Is everyone in?
Yep. Yes.
All right. There's a saying in Aberdeen. It's a saying that sometimes you find your destiny. Other times your destiny finds you. This is a saying that has rang true all throughout the land of Aberdeen. A land that many call home and have called home for many millennia. With one coastal city and a large grove forest, that you may find on any given street corner, a bard, giving stories to a band of orphans, a cleric speaking with a homeless man over lunch, or maybe a parade for a long-lost queen. But we're not talking about just any street corner today. No, today we're talking about a dirt road just outside of the smallest town in southeast Aberdeen. Today we are visiting the town of Flostyk, a quaint little town where you'll find an oversized tavern, a slightly oversized cathedral, and a blatantly oversized tourist trap. And visiting this small town are three fate-touched travelers, having heard word of a disturbance within the land. Nye, George, Matt, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I'll let you take the lead.
Okay. Give me a second to get my character sheet up. Where is it? Okay. So, my character's name is Bryn. They're a druid. Sorry, a dragonborn druid. I imagine. Sorry, not druid, scout. Rogue scout. Sorry. It's because they do things for druids. It got me. Yeah. So they are clearly not used to sticking around very much. They have a large backpack with them, not unreasonably large. They like to travel light, but they clearly come well prepared. They have everything they need on them. I imagine maybe a cup or a weapon hanging off their bag. They also don't try to hide their face or shy away from conversation. They're relatively open and extroverted. They so no hood or anything like that. They wear basic armor. Nothing especially unique, really. Their scales are green. I need to check that quickly. But
It was green.
yeah, sorry. Their scales are green. I imagine both naturally and also from large amounts of moss or leaves or grass having rubbed off on them. From climbing through undergrowth. They're relatively agile, though despite their kind of weak build, they have a surprisingly low voice. Yeah, that's basically all I have in terms of a description.
Alongside them walks a quite short character in the scheme of things, clad in a druid carrying a staff with them with a design engraved into its top, which looks like a smattering of stars carved into the dark wood. They're wearing full leather armor. From beneath their helmet pokes the most often grinning face of a tabaxi. You've come to know him as Leaf. His full name being Fall of the Leaf. But most non-tabaxi civilizations tend to shorten that. And he was picked up from agreed to go out on a quest to stop this forest from darkening. He being one of the most adventurous members of his tribe. And yeah, he's also not one to shy away from conversation, though his sense of humour can be a bit off-putting at times, being very passive-aggressive and very kind of, yeah, a lot of jokes about killing people who he disagrees with. But normally, you think all in good fun. And yeah, so that is Leaf.
And lastly is Thel Mossheel. Rather relaxed wood elf that has a great love for the outdoors and exploring forests and wilderness and just enjoying being around the animals out there. Upon hearing of this call to aid for the Lurai forest, it piqued his interest, as he might be able to see some new lands and possibly new creatures. He wears very basic, kind of worn clothes that are wrapped tight around the cuffs of the pants and shirt so that nothing would tag or snare. His belongings being simply a small bow, a knapsack, and a bedroll, traveling rather lightly. And much in the same fashion as for the clothes being kept tight so that nothing snares, he actually wears the hair very short.
Okay.
So as these three, travelers approach the town of Flostyk, they come across a small halfling man. Dressed in full armor. You can't tell his hair color behind his helmet, but he's clearly been out working with how tan he is. Greetings, welcome to Flostyk. Are you here visiting?
I thought
I suppose you could say that.
Great. Well, taverns are there, as he points to the blatantly oversized building. It's right next to town hall there. If you need to speak with Mayor Lionheart about anything, make sure to let us know.
How big is the tavern in comparison to the town hall?
Quite a bit bigger. It almost looks like two buildings merged into one. It's got that quaint wooded look to it, but it's in such a way that's much more rough and coarse than the more smooth lines of the town hall.
Well, thank you. We'll make sure to let you know if we need anything like that.
Leaf kind of looks at it and just says, "Is Prince Amadeus himself living in that tavern?"
No. Also, it's King Amadeus now. And besides, Buffett and Buffett has been gone for years now.
I've been out of contact with most of the populace for quite some time. My mistake.
Hey, don't worry. We still haven't caught up Mario on everything that's happened since spring a couple years ago.
I'm not going to pretend to know who the hell that is.
Oh, you don't. He's one of the people living in the town. Well, anyway, tavern's that way. And enjoy your stay.
Well, thank you. hopefully we'll see you around as we're exploring and traveling through here.
Yeah, Leaf gives a curt nod and sets off towards the tavern.
Do the two of you follow?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So as you get to the tavern, you begin to hear a bit of hustle and bustle from inside as you approach the door. When you open the door, you see a young red-headed halfling girl, who has been looking bored for the last couple minutes, but perks up immediately upon seeing new visitors. Oh, hello! Welcome to Boffin and Buffett's. Yeah, are y'all new here?
But we are.
Yes, actually, we're new to this entire town.
All right. Is this a short-term stay or a long-term?
Short.
And Leaf will just kind of look piercingly at the tavern keep. And don't think that just because we're new here means you can charge us extra.
Yeah, good. Yeah, she just gives a chuckle. No. The first night's cheaper than the next few. Yeah, she then shouts up to the staircase behind her. Mrs. Buffett! What is it, Kylie? We've got 3 new rooms. All right, send them up. Go ahead and head up the stairs. Mrs. Buffett will guide you.
Oh, thank you. And I'll look for this person who's going to guide us.
Yeah, well, she's at the top of the stairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, 'cause we heard it. I'll start walking up then.
Yeah.
Probably kind of thumbing through their coins, lean over and just. Did they mention how much this is going to cost us?
It's gonna be about 1 gold for the first night, and then 2 more gold for every night beyond.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually. Well, thank you.
Well.
Would you like to pay now?
You can put on the towel on the way out.
Yeah. Leaf kind of growls. That gives me 5 days.
Hey, you and me both.
The halfling Kylie kind of just grins at you. Good thing it's a short-term stay, huh?
That it is. We'll go ahead and head up the stairs.
At the top of the stairs, you see a very stout, very aged, and very tan halfling woman. Well, how'd it do? Don't get many newcomers here, especially not looking like all that druid folk.
Oh, we're, well, yes, I suppose most of us aren't normally the type to come to these areas. We're just stopping by before we head off into one of the local woodlands.
Oh, the Lilyaris forest? Yeah, she kind of looks nervous for a bit. I'd be careful about going in there. It's gotten a bit crazy this past week.
Oh, God.
Hence
Don't
why
worry.
we're going.
Yes, we're aware.
Yeah, her eyes kind of brighten. Oh, you're the guy. Yeah, you're the guys that the circuit's called in. Oh,
Yes.
thank
that's
you,
us.
Five. We've been waiting for someone for so long. Okay, you got your 3 rooms are at the end of the hallway there. Once you're done setting your stuff down, go stop by town hall. The captain will wanna see you.
Oh, thank you. We'll make sure to do that.
Leaf nods.
Yeah. In the meantime, enjoy your stay at Buffett and Buffett's. Oh, and in case you're curious, for the first drink in my husband's part of his business is free.
Your husband's part of the business.
Yeah, she kind of grins. Why do you think it's called Buffett and Buffett's?
Oh, I assume that you both shared it, but I was wondering more what you meant by his part specifically. Do you not both run the same area? Do you have different?
Let me put it this way: I run the lodging. He runs the food.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Well, thank you.
Anytime. Enjoy your stay.
And with that, I'll head into my room.
Yeah.
Is what kind of time of day is it?
About early morning. Yeah,
If it's that early, I'll just drop my stuff off in there, and then I'll head back out and maybe wait downstairs for the others.
alright.
Yeah, Thelm will do the same, just kind of unceremoniously throw the stuff in the room and just kind of shut the door.
Yeah, Leaf doesn't have much stuff to speak of, but the kind of small satchel he's carrying, he will throw. He will likewise throw into the room.
Alright. So, are you guys gonna head to town hall now, or are you gonna stop by the tavern first?
Yes, I assume we'd meet downstairs and discuss and decide too.
Alright.
May as well grab our drinks and talk over a drink then.
Yes, I'm happy to rest for a while. Though I think we should go relatively soon. There's no point being late. So, one drink, and then we will head over.
Yeah, that's
I don't think I could afford another, anyways.
Gotta make the most of the free one.
Yeah, Leaf grins again at that. You and me both.
We have kind of a chuckling nod.
I think we can all agree on this.
Alright, so...
Well...
So as you... so looking into the food portion of the tavern, there's quite a bit of hustle and bustle. You see the expected... the expected amount of halflings who are reasonably curious of your arrival, but are too engrossed in their current conversations to notice. There are the occasional odd ducks. Yeah, there's a couple red dragonborn who are talking about things. There's a woman in a silver dress in the corner, and there's a number of other much less remarkable patrons. At the tavern desk, you see no one initially before you see another very tan, aged halfling pop up. Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome to Boffin and Boffins. What's your first drink gonna be?
What do you have?
Well, we got anywhere from goat's milk to the strongest ale this side of Everton. Depends on how strong you're feeling.
I think
under the circumstances, maybe not too strong. He kind of flatters his grin.
The tavern keep kind of nods a bit. Alrighty. One minor ale. Coming right up, Mr. Buffett. And then he turns to Thelm. What about you?
So I'm just kind of just looking over the different things. Just give me whatever you recommend, I guess.
The halfling kind of tilts his head, puts on a pair of spectacles and looks you up and down, and then turns back. Goat's milk. And then he'll turn to the Dragonborn. And what about you?
Bryn will just kind of I don't know if this is exactly the kind of thing you serve here, but I don't suppose you have any sort of juice. I'm not really feeling like having anything especially alcoholic.
Yeah, Mr. Buffett kind of nods his head a bit. Well, we've always got our grape glosher. That's a Flostyk favorite.
What might that be made of?
Grapes.
Yes,
Tom just starts losing it over on the side.
Sorry, the glosher threw me off a bit, and I assumed there was something else involved. Yes, I should have expected that.
If that were the case, little Gina couldn't have it all the time, could she? And then he shouts over his shoulder, One more glosser. Coming right away, Mr. Buffett. After about 5 minutes, your free drinks arrive on the tavern. On the counter. A goat's milk for Thumb, a minor ale for Leaf, and a great glosser for Bryn. Can I have each of you roll Constitution checks to see how much you like it?
Yeah, sure.
I thought I heard you say.
Tell them what it's for. You're supposed to leave them in suspense.
I thought
the suspense part comes later.
You don't know what the glosser is yet.
Yeah, true. I thought when you. Oh no, I did not enjoy that.
It's poison.
Hey, that's some
Yeah. When you
fine
said
milk.
Constitution, I thought it was poisoned for a second. Like, I thought
That
you were about
would
to
be
throw us right in the deep
quite
end.
the opening.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, you actually lied about the entire concept of this campaign. You're being kidnapped, and this campaign will be you escaping.
Even I don't plan that far ahead. So Thumb, this is probably for all the milk you've drunk in your lifetime, this is probably the best milk you've ever tasted. Leaf.
Wow, high praise.
Yep. Leaf, this is one. You're not very experienced with alcohol from what you can remember, but this seems par for the course. Bryn, you take one sip of the grape glosser, and your senses are assaulted with just grape everything. You can smell it. It's got an aftertaste. It's very strong, and you get the sense that it's a Flostyk favorite because there's no other drink like it, and that's a point of pride.
I'm just gonna kind of. It'll touch my lips, and I'll just go. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Buffett, he just kind of cackles.
That
Happens to everybody the first time.
This is non-alcoholic.
Of course not. If it were, you'd be unconscious.
Yeah, fair point. Okay, thank you. And I'm not going to drink anymore. I'll just pretend to take sips from it every so often. Yeah.
Right. So anything else you guys want to do in this tavern, or you just gonna be good to go?
I'll just lean over real
not-
quick
not
and
really.
just. I think the grape juice is a bit strong for him. Probably should have gone with the milk.
I'm kind of hearing that. If I do hear it, I'll just kind of go. No, it's fine. I can. I'll survive. And like, it sounds like there has been a fire in my throat. Like there is very little noise coming out. It's very sore.
Oh man.
Well, so I was going to ask you all some questions before we headed off, but I don't think I can manage that anymore, to be completely honest. Maybe we should start heading soon.
Yeah, Leaf probably just shrugs. Have it your way. Can't say I'm bothered.
Okay, well, I'll let you two finish these drinks and then.
Are either of you two curious about about this great glosser that seems to have pulverized Bryn so?
I got some grade A milk. I don't need any mysterious grape drink.
Nye, what's your new character called again?
Bryn.
Bryn.
Put in your name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will do that.
All right, so you finish your drinks and you head out of the tavern, with Kylie, greeting you on the way out with a enjoy your stay in Flostyk.
Thank you. Yes,
She,
hopefully we'll see you soon.
she kind of looks at Bryn, just like, yeah, the great glosser, didn't you?
Yeah. It was certainly an experience.
Hey, I remember my first time. Yeah. it only gets better the second one.
Honestly, I don't think it's safe for there to be a second time. That was... yes, anyway. Thank you. Yes, hopefully we'll see you another time. And I'll just kind of start...
Oh, you definitely
off.
will. You gotta sleep sometime.
True. But I meant more if we'd see you personally.
Yeah, Kelly just blinks. Yeah, you're not used to work shifts, are you?
No, look, I've had him on the back. I think it's just the grapes gotten to him a bit.
I won't say anything else.
Kelly kind of chuckles. Well, have fun with whatever you're gonna do. So you guys gonna go to town hall next?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So at the entrance to town hall, there's two armored halflings. Same complexion as the one at the gates, but one slightly taller, one slightly shorter. And they see you coming. Ah, travelers. Well, welcome. Are you here to speak? Here to speak to the mayor or the captain?
Who are we here to speak to?
Yeah, well, you were told to talk to the captain by Miss Buffett.
Captain, I believe.
Yeah. All right. Head inside the right door. Yeah. And the other guard kind of leans in and whispers, "Don't go to the left. Not without an invitation." And
Fair enough. Head to the
Leaf just shrugs.
The guard on the right just says, "I told you, Delwyn, you don't have to remind people of your past traumas." I gotta make sure they know.
I'm not sure I want to meet the mayor at all.
So you go inside the tavern, and you see probably the tallest halfling you've ever seen. It's decked out in full armor and looking quite ponderous, only to notice your rival. Ah, greetings. I take it you're here to solve our problems.
I suppose so.
All right. So who are you folks?
Is that your note?
Hang on.
If I may suggest, if when you share your screen, I think you can link it to just a specific.
I tried doing that. What screen is showing right now? Okay, good.
Right now you're on YouTube, so don't worry.
Okay, we're good. So, who do I have the honor of speaking to?
I'm Thelm. Thelm Masilu. Hold out his hand.
The captain shakes it. Pleasure.
The fall of the leaf. Leaf grins.
We just call him Leaf.
Captain nods. Understood. And what about you? As he turns.
I'll let you go. Sorry.
He's asking.
He's talking to you specifically now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm Bryn. I suppose I'm. Well, I suppose you could call me an escort for these people, but I'd say, looking at their abilities and what I've seen over the last few days, it seems like we're more an equal team, to be honest.
That's always good. Hate to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
I'm Christopher Gill, captain of the guard here. I'm gonna level with you. It hasn't been looking good for the past month. It was looking good for the first couple weeks, and then it started getting worse. And he gets down from his chair. Mayor Atkinson has been worried sick about it, but he's trying not to let it show. he turns to you as he's walking out and says, Come on, we're gonna go across the bridge. We'll get you to some first-hand witnesses."
Leaf kind of shrugs and we'll go.
Right. So he walks out of the door and looks at the two guards who immediately stand at attention upon his arrival. Yeah. "Sir, and these gentlemen, these are our helpers." Yeah, and the shorter guard, kind of exhales. "Thank goodness. I don't know how much longer we could have relied on, that, on that circuit, people. Hey now, those guys are whizzes." And the captain, "All right, you can stop being at ease." Yeah, and he continues marching towards a bridge for the river at the center of Flostyk.
I suppose I'll just follow them.
Yeah, same.
Yep. So you guys are able to cross the bridge amidst several halflings, mostly children, enjoying a lovely day in the springtime. And he brings you across to a very particular house. It looks pretty much like every other half dozen houses you passed by so far, but well, can everybody make a perception check for me?
This is a new feeling to me.
My perception.
My God.
I can see reality.
I can see anything at all.
I like roll a 7 anyway.
Well, Leaf, you don't really have many other houses to compare it to. Film, you notice you've seen halfling houses in your time, but you've not seen one with a doorway sized for orcs. Bryn, in addition to this, you also notice that the top half of the doorway is much newer wood than the lower half.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, someone interesting clearly lives here.
I guess you could say that. And the captain knocks on the door. Leaf, can you make a dex save for me?
What?
Wait, all of us?
No, just Leaf.
Ah, okay.
14.
Right. You manage to hear a slight clicking before ducking out of the way of some strange telescope device, which looks at each of the guests in turn before retreating back into the wall from whence it came. And then the door opens and you see a young halfling boy, with the jet black hair, like, "Oh, Captain, what's the occasion?" We've got our helpers here finally. The boy looks at each of you in turn and his eyes widen. "Travelers from outside?"
You not get many of us?
No. We've always been staying in Flostyk as long as I can remember. Hang on, let me get my folks. Ma, Pa, we got guests. Already? Bring them inside. And
That's a big door for a bunch of halflings.
Oh,
Strange.
Captain kind of chuckles. Well, when you meet one of the witnesses, you'll see why. So he goes into the room, and you notice a big long table set out in front of a quaint little fireplace. While you hear some odd mechanical sounds coming from one of the rooms. Sitting at the table currently are a middle-aged halfling with the same jet black hair as his apparent son, who also seems to have some eye bags under his eyes. to his right, an amber-haired, also middle-aged halfling woman who's currently wearing a smock and some technologically advanced goggles you've not seen the likes of before, and currently rushing to put away her strange flaming tool. and also at the table is a gnome. Stevie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. So you see a tiny little 3-foot gnome with kind of reddish brownish hair, with bright green eyes. Pretty much all of her clothing is kind of like a tannish brown, with the exception of any metal that she's wearing. You also see like these bronze goggles just like sitting on top of her head. Her hair is styled with kind of like a double ponytail hanging off at the top. She's also got like double piercings on her left pointed ear, and like kind of brown boots, and just so happens to be holding a little wrench as well.
Okay.
That still doesn't explain the door.
The older halflings kind of perk up upon seeing the guests. Oh, yeah, Captain and guests. Well, yeah, welcome in. I'm Quincy Circuit. This is my wife Adeline. Hi, nice to meet you. Lily. Yeah, we've got guests.
Yes, huh? Wow, that's rare. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Lilyaris, but my friends just call me Lily.
Hi. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, Leaf nods.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Thelm.
All of the leaves at your service.
Zara kind of perks up. He's got a cool name too. Yeah, now Zara. Now Zara. Yeah, I know they're fresh and new, but they're here for a reason. You know that, right? Well, I know, but they got so much stories to tell.
Stories of sitting around the village waiting for something to happen, maybe. And well, I suppose you could say it finally did.
Yeah. Don't remind us. Those darn Bramblers have been, a pain in the butt.
Bramblers?
Rambler.
Adeline just kind of, you know how normally the trees have those little bark, little bark things that just kind of sit there and you just don't do nothing. Bramblers are when those do something.
Oh.
Yeah. Luckily we got someone who can deal with them really well. Speaking of which, Jaina, is Morty ready? She's coming, mommy. And you notice one of the big doors open, and you see a small amber-haired halfling girl, sitting on the shoulders of a mechanical being. Tom, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh. So, from what you see from the legs all the way up until the chest, looks like possibly the single largest suit of armor you have ever seen. And when you reach the head, it seems to be an entirely metal face that is completely unmoving, except for the eyes, which are instead these lights that are able to change color depending on his emotion. Throughout his body, mainly around the joint areas, a few within the inside of the armor that you can just about see from a few chinks, are some strange glowing yellow and blue lines that you can assume are some sort of power source. He basically walks through the door with Gina on her shoulders, looks around and his eyes grow a little bit purple.
These faces seem unfamiliar.
We got, Gina pats him on the side of the head. We got guests, Morty! We got guests! And she sort of slides down, the arm. Hi, I'm Gina!
All of the leaf at your service.
Yeah,
I'm Bryn. I feel like Bryn would say this somewhat nervously, they're not the best with dealing with children.
nice to meet you, everybody. Oh, this is Morty. Say hi, Morty.
Greeting. My name is Mortar, a mechanical organism designed for rending threats and able to reason. Mordar,
Hi.
if you
Leaf just kind of grins. And you say, I have an interesting name.
Yep. Well, we call him Morty. It's a lot more fun to say. And Gina kind of hugs Mortar's leg.
That's I can agree with. That
it
I
is
can
a
agree
more
with.
useful name when it comes to addressing people who are not aggressors, such as yourselves. Judging by the other halflings'
Well.
reaction towards you, I would assume that you are here on friendly terms.
Leaf kind of grins. Well, you can never be too careful, can you?
Very briefly, his eyes flash a brief red.
Yeah, I'm
Do
just gonna
not
kind of
try anything.
Why did you say that?
He's kidding. Mortar, was it? Don't take what he says too seriously.
He's still kind of giving. His eyes go a slightly brighter orange now, but he's still keeping a close eye on Leaf.
Question: how big is he?
Very nearly 7 feet.
Oh my god, okay.
He definitely explains the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is an absolute hulking tank of a being.
An absolute unit.
Yes.
That's a good way to describe
Eat
it.
chunky!
Yeah, and
No problem, it's the same vibes as Heartless Gorilla.
anyway, the captain kind of chuckles at this form of interactions. Anyway, we came here for business. So Lily Mortar, can you describe what's been happening for the past month?
Well,
Sorry, who were you talking to at that point?
Lily and Mortar,
Okay.
can you describe what happened last month?
well, I guess you can say forest nearby just has suddenly come to life and started attacking.
Don't forests generally live?
Well, yes, but I guess you could say that this is in a different way kind of living.
They appear to move and attack all of a sudden.
Ah. Oh, I didn't realize that was the kind of situation we were dealing with.
Considerably different from what the forests I'm used to.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially one you've been living next to for well over 100 years. Yeah.
That is a rather interesting situation to be in.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that ain't the worst part though. Yeah, the captain kind of walks out and opens the door, currently facing the forest they're speaking of. And you all notice that, contrary to every single other forest that you all have seen, it looks like all color has been drained from it. It's just a dull gray all throughout.
Well, that is peculiar.
Bit disappointing from what I was expecting, I'll be honest.
Fortunately, you were not called here merely for tourism.
Zara kind of dejectedly goes to the doorway. It used to be so pretty. I always wanted to walk inside, but no one ever let me.
That is because it is too dangerous, Zara.
The forest was threatening before this all happened?
Not actively. Yeah, before you just got lost inside it. Yeah, and Gina just kind of looks at Mortar. Would you get lost in there, Morty?
It is not out of the possibility.
I bet you could find your way back. And she kind of hugs his leg again.
Perhaps, but there is also a chance that by the time I come back, you have become far bigger, and your parents may not be around to see me return.
Adeline kind of pats Mortar on the back. Mortar, maybe don't discuss existentialism with my daughter.
I'm merely stating the truth, miss. It's part of my duty.
Real ray of sunshine, this one.
Gina, Gina just kind of grins. Yeah, you should have seen him when he first woke up.
True. These halflings have greatly enhanced my ability to feel emotion. So far, it is still a work in progress, admittedly. I do not have quite the same range as you would. But I am able to feel a little more empathy, especially compared to when I was first created. As you can see, he kind of points at his eyes that now flicker between different colors. Each one represents a certain emotion, with new ones being added all the time. It was originally Lilyaris' idea.
Leaf will kind of just look over at the others. So, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's curious. What exactly is this thing we're working with?
Yeah, thing referring to
Tom's character, I
Yes.
think.
I have a name.
Yes, I was about to say that's relatively. Manners aren't exactly one of my specialties, but I can tell that that's relatively. Well.
And how would you respond to a being that's learning how to feel emotions for the first time, man?
You repair him every time he gets damaged. And Gina just confidently holds up a wrench.
Oh.
I am grateful for these people, as they have helped me maintain shape for the past month since my awakening. They would have been useful back then.
So you've only been awake for a very short period of time.
True.
And you're sure you feel ready to... Because to be honest, I can't promise that this won't go incredibly badly. Are you sure you feel ready for something like this? Both emotionally and physically?
He kind of looks at his hands for a little bit before clenching them into a fist and squeezing just enough so there's a little bit of steam that comes out.
It is certainly true that I am not at the peak strength I was when I was first created. But I am built for protection and fighting against major threats. I believe I can be of an asset to you.
Well, if you truly feel that way, then...
Though I must ask, do you also feel up to this challenge? Observing you, I can tell that your strategies are far different from my own, but I cannot quite tell exactly what it is that you do.
Well, that's a good point, good question. I would say... Yes, I feel... I have spent me personally, I've spent my whole life in forests, and jungles, and to be honest, I feel more uncomfortable out here than I do in there. though moving trees is definitely not something I've experienced before.
At that
and
moment,
considering-
you hear a sudden horn. Lily, Mortar, you recognize this as the warning sign. Bramblers are here.
Return.
Oh, why now?
What's returned?
The Bramblers.
Ah, you mentioned. Well, that's unfortunate timing.
We gotta go. We've only got Dale and Billy out. They won't last long.
I just I don't even like say anything. I just immediately just stomp out of the door.
Clear away.
Is our help needed here, or are you?
Yeah, it start if this were the first week, I'd say no, but yeah, and he runs out the door of the hut and looks across the river, and his eyes just drop. That's a lot more than last time.
Well, now is a good time as any for you to answer my question. What are you all capable of?
I'm capable of defending myself, if that's what you're asking.
Excellent.
Let's discuss it more protected. And he. Now I would like everyone to roll initiative for me real quick.
Yeah. It starts. I've been looking forward to this.
And I wanted to say as well, Lily is also going to quickly run into the other room and grab a couple weapons while this conversation is going on.
Alrighty.
Leaf just kind of Leaf's just like kind of.
Must have my modifier. Should be an 8.
But yeah, Leaf just kind of like slams his staff onto the ground.
Alright.
That's not good. But in answer to Mortar's question, he just says, "You ever taken a good long look at the night sky?"
He just kind of nods, somewhat understandingly. He's been around these halflings long enough to know that's basically just another way of saying watch and learn. He is now going to be partially observing, partially doing his duty.
Yep.
Alright.
The formatting's slightly different.
I should be an 8, by the way. So
I got it. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, that's the formatting for any dice rolls.
I should warn you guys, however, that one of the guards did indeed roll a nat 1 on initiative.
He rolled what?
A nat
Cut
1
out.
on initiative.
Oof. Oh, we're fighting with NPCs as allies. Okay.
Yeah, the allies is putting it.
Yeah, I don't think
NPCs
this is.
as abstractions.
Escort mission. Okay.
I don't think this is quite going to be called.
Alright, I've started a thread to track initiative order.
Yeah, that was a genius idea.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm annoyed I didn't think of that before.
Okay. So Bryn, you're up first.
Oh, that's a lot of these guys.
Oh, that's 6.
Yep. Yeah, Yeah.
How big do they look?
They're about halfling sized, and at the moment there's 3 of them mobbing Dale and 3 of them mobbing Billy. They're if you looked at Flostyk's map in settings, they're right at the base of the hill and right behind the cathedral. So Bryn, you're up first.
Okay, so Bryn is going to, I guess, look around at the Bramblers, and could I get a vague description of them?
Well, what they look like right now is a gray stump of bark that that if were it not currently walking and ambling towards some guards, it would look like a branch or a dead tree. But the fact that it's moving and the fact that it currently has glowing red eyes is a pretty big tell that this is not a normal thing. If you'd like to see what kind of defenses it's got, you can make a nature check.
Is that all of us or just Bryn?
Anyone who wants to. Yeah, except for Tom, except for Mortar and Lily, they have experience with these guys. These are the Bramblers.
13.
Okay, so these guys from your assess.
The druid gets a natural one.
The dice do not seem to like Leaf much. That first impression.
Oh dear. Yay! Leaf, these things are freaky and unnatural. You couldn't, and the fact that they're this unnatural doesn't tell you much about it. Bryn, Bryn, they seem like they seem like they'd be about as strong as a normal oak. Yeah, but this thin, they might be more fragile. Velm, you've memorized the way trees behave in the past, so these little fragments
not moving.
Shouldn't be much of a problem.
Okay, so basically they're not especially powerful.
Right. Yeah, not defensively at least.
Okay. And how far away are they?
From where you are, about 60 feet, I'd say.
Okay. I'll just use a bow and arrow.
All right. Which Brambler are you aiming for?
I will aim for one. I don't really have
Brambler 1. Okay, one of the ones targeting Bryn.
20 plus 5. 8.
Your arrow. Okay, so your arrow flies and far from making a cinch in this thing, it kind of just sticks into the bark without even, and the Brambler doesn't even flinch.
That is not a good start. And I will end my turn now.
All right. It is now Dale's turn, who is kind of bolstered by the fact that even if this arrow didn't do much, there's help on the way, and he's going to try and attack the Bramble that was just hit by the arrow, and he is going to roll a hot 2. But because unfortunately this Brambler saw it coming and kind of ducked out of the way. And in retaliation is going to make an attack of its own. But luckily for Dale, he manages to parry the hit himself. Brambler 2, which is also on Dale, doesn't roll much better. The dice I've rolled have only rolled good for initiative. What's up with this? Dale manages to kind of duck out of the way of the second Brambler. Brambler 3 now is going to creep up on Dale while he's distracted with the other two. But Dale's not that easily distractible and ducks out of the way and sees you guys on the horizon. Oh, thank goodness you're here! And while he's talking, Brambler 4 will attempt to swipe at Billy, and is going to actually connect with an attack this time. What's the damage die again? There it is. Okay. He's going to deal a hot 1 piercing damage to Billy. Kind of just sinking him as Billy tries, just getting him on the base of his arm. Thelm, it's now your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go to help out Dale here. And with what would be his walking stick, which is functionally a quarterstaff, it's gonna go ahead and try and smack Brambler, or the number 3. I'm having a hard time saying the words.
You're fine.
The third Brambler.
Alright. Roll to attack. Ooh! That does hit.
Right.
Roll damage.
So it's gonna be... Now, if I'm not mistaken, a quarterstaff used with one hand is only a 1d6, correct?
Let me check that, actually.
Yes, because a versatile is 1d8. Would that be if you use 2 hands?
Gotcha. So, yeah, 1d6.
Perfect, perfect. 7.
Alright. Yeah, so as you so you kind of heroically leap into the fray, and your staff connects with a solid whack at a dead joint in the Brambler, and it splits apart in half. That is Brambler 3 down.
Now, question.
Yes.
Am I in range to use my bonus action for an unarmed strike on another thing?
At the moment, that would be Brambler number 2.
Gonna take a shot at Brambler number 2.
Roll to attack.
14 hit.
Just barely.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah. So this is an unarmed strike, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as you split the first one in half, you position your palm just right to smack the Brambler to dead center and cause a splinter of wood, just splinters of wood to fly out from the thing's back as it collapses backward. Yeah, that's Brambler 2 down.
And I'll turn back towards... Yeah, I'll turn back towards the group and just kind of like... Are you sure these are the things that have been giving you problems?
Dale just kind of looks at them. Listen, buddy, not all of us have super hands.
I want to be clear. Thelm is very scrawny, so
And super
we're
hands.
talking. He does have literally a 4 for strength.
Right.
Wow.
Oh my god.
He is full
So-
on anemic.
So yeah, he is, and even for elves, he is scrawny. So he's just kind of like, are you sure this is the problem?
Yeah. Alright.
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Bramblers 5 and 6, undaunted by the loss of their 2 friends, is going to strike at Billy. And Billy is not having the best day. Two more piercing damage. And starts to look a little bit bad. Just in time for Brambler number 6 to begin his attack. That fell off. Okay. Man, Billy is not having a good day.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
These guys have rolled no lower than 17 to hit him.
Oh my
wow.
god.
Luckily, these are only D4s that he's taken. So he just takes 1 more piercing. He is looking a bit shaken though, because he's been hit 3 times in the span of a few seconds. I could use some help over here.
He doesn't even have to say anything. I'm already stop charging my way towards you. As I'm running, I hold my left hand to the side, and the joints just lock together enough for So there's a bit under my arm that opens up, and out drops an enormous great axe. That as it's falling, I grab it with my right arm, and with that I just make one massive swing.
All right, which one are
Not
you hitting?
raging. I'm gonna go for number 5.
Alrighty. That's the one that did the most damage, so go ahead. Roll to attack.
So, yeah. Empty. 19.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. I'm not raging, so it's not going to be as much damage as it could. But it's still 6.
As you're charging, the Brambler has its talons kind of dug into Billy's armor. Looks up just in time to see the axe cleave through it in a shower of splinters, not even breaking his stride.
Oh, you are right, Billy.
Yeah, keep in mind Billy's still got 2 Bramblers on him.
Oh, yeah, 2, that's right.
3.
Stay off of him.
Mortar, glad to see you!
And I don't really have anything else I can do, unfortunately.
So is that your turn done?
Yeah.
Alright, Lily, it's on to you.
Alright, so it's Brambler number 6, that's also on Lily, correct?
Bramblers 6 and 4 are on Billy, yes.
Alright. So I'm gonna take out my crossbow and aim for a bolt at number 6 then.
For which?
Number 6.
Alright, roll to attack.
Alright. Correct, okay. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, your crossbow bolt does the same as what Bryn's did, and just notches.
It just thinks off of me.
No, that would be in that one.
No, but like it thinks off me, but it doesn't actually do anything.
It does what Bryn's did and just notches into the shoulder of Brambler number 6, who doesn't even acknowledge it.
Darn it! Alright, that's my turn then.
Alright, Leaf, it's your go.
Alright, so let's talk distances, I guess. How many could I fit in like a how many of these could I fit in a, say, 5-foot area without hitting any others?
Without hitting any others, really you could only target Brambler number 1, because 4 and 6 are practically right on top of Billy.
Okay. So in that case, I think Leaf will simply kind of speak a word which I don't think anyone would understand unless they speak Druidic.
Nope.
And kind of this ghostly fire, reminiscent of starlight, will streak off from his staff towards towards one of the brambles that's on Billy.
Alright, 4 or 6, or do you care?
It doesn't matter. So either. So yeah, I'm casting.
We'll go with 4.
Yeah, I'm using the produce flame cantrip.
Gotcha.
That is a 15 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, and so that's 1d8 fire damage. So if they have a weakness to fire, this will double.
They do in fact have a weakness to fire.
That's 1 damage.
Well, 2 damage in this case.
2 damage, yes.
Like the fire arcs onto the Brambler and it kind of washes over it, and the fire is on, and it stops briefly, and it's a harassing of Billy, and looks up at you just like, bruh.
Just now you fucked up.
Is that done? Is that leaf done?
That is the end of his turn. Yes.
All right. So Billy, who's currently being harassed by two Bramblers, is going to attempt to take down the one that's currently on fire, and hits. Actually, what I was talking about, I have them on my darn desk. Yeah, and unfortunately, in his panic, he only scratches off one of its branches. But on fire and missing a big chunk, it looks like it's about to go down. That's Billy done. It's up to Bryn.
Hello, I'm muted, sorry. Is anybody directly next... This happens a lot. Is anybody directly next to, any of them?
Directly next, Billy's right next to Bramblers 4 and 6. Mortar's next to Brambler 4. Dale and Thelm are next to Brambler 1.
Okay, so Billy's one. I can sneak attack because there's an ally within 5 feet of them.
Right.
So, I won't go up to them, I'll just use my bow. But I will, I'll attack.
Are you targeting, you said Billy's one.
The one next to Billy, yeah.
There's two next to Billy, so are you going for the one that's on fire or the one that's looking healthy?
The one that's looking healthy.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Once again, your arrow just notches into the shoulder.
Damn.
They have a resistance to ranged attacks. You have to get in close.
It is
the resistance is
The secret is to hit wood with wood.
Yes.
My axe is made of steel.
Only a rock can break a rock.
Again,
I don't know if that's
steel.
true.
I'm wearing it. I'm wielding an axe.
Well, you're the equivalent of bringing a gun to rock, paper, scissors, you know?
Yeah. By the way, Greg, you might want to get rid of some of the Bramblers that are on the initiative because we're taking them down.
Yeah.
I have. Oh wait, I haven't hit enter. I've been keeping track of it myself.
That's much better.
So, is that Bryn done?
Yes. Bryn is giving up.
You don't have cunning action yet, unfortunately.
No, I do not.
Right. So it's on to Dale, who is going to attempt to, who's going to rush toward his wayward buddy, and try to snag Brambler 4, which unfortunately leaves him open to an opportunity attack from Brambler 1. And that is a first hit on him this entire session. For two piercing, he kind of just nicked as he rushes over, and he's going to make his own attack on Brambler 4. Wait, no, actually, he's going to target Brambler 6 since it's currently got an arrow sticking out of it. That's a natural 20.
Ooh. Oh.
Alright.
Is this Dale or one of the Bramblers?
This is Dale.
Oh, go Dale!
Yeah, Dale kind of, after taking the nick from the other, just kind of heroically leaps over the top of Billy and comes down onto, Brambler 6 and kind of cleaves it in two.
I've been saying you should have been promoted years ago.
Ain't my style.
And in the distance, Lily is just like, "Whoa, go Dale!"
Adorable.
Seeing so many of its buddies go down, Brambler 1 is going to look Film dead in the eye, and kind of chittering a sound you've never heard tree part ever make, and it's going to try and strike you.
I don't think there's many sounds I have heard of tree part, mate.
Dude, I have heard some scary tree noises. The worst of all was when a limb about as big around as me and much taller broke from the tree I was under. That's the scariest noise I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, whatever scariness came from this tree was negated by the fact that it rolled a 3 to hit.
I guess you could say it's all bark, no bite.
Hey!
Oh my god.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the right time.
Well,
I do applaud how long you managed to resist for.
Thank you. That took all my self-control to hold
Well,
on.
I missed out. What did you do?
he
I
said
said it was all bark, no bite.
Oh, fucker.
Speaking of bark, Brambler 4 is kind of while on fire is going to try to end Billy's existence, but this time Billy's able to kind of push him off rather than take any more damage. Thumb, it's your turn.
I'm gonna strike here.
I take it you're striking the one that's closest to you.
Of course.
That does hit. Roll your
Alright,
damage.
just gonna bop him with the stick here.
Knock you in your head with my stick.
We're gonna be saying that a lot. I get the feeling.
Probably. The bonk in the soundtrack was timed perfectly with you making that roll. But anyway, your quarterstaff connects true to Brambler 1, and he just goes flying. In several pieces, mind you, and kind of lands at the mouth of the forest.
Now, here's a question. Would I be able to now walk over and use my bonus action for the unarmed attack on the other?
You can certainly try.
I will try.
Yeah. Keep in mind the one you're walking up to is on fire.
That's fine. I just gotta hit it quick. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Considering it's on 1 HP, how do you want to do this?
Nice.
Just at this point, very kind of half-heartedly just kind of comes over, having just like kind of knocked around the other ones and just kind of pushes it over, and it just kind of falls to the ground and crumples.
Wow.
And then I just kind of give a look.
This is bullying.
He'll just kind of look at all the splinters around, and kind of look back at you guys. Are you sure this is the thing you've been having trouble with?
Britt.
I mean, no disrespect or anything, but
This
are you
belief
sure?
grows stronger with everything.
Billy kind of shakily sits, just kind of exhales. You don't have to make me feel bad, you know.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. It's just, are you sure?
Yeah.
Consider it this way. If they had come before you had arrived, we would have been significantly more outnumbered. That is what we have been dealing with for the past month.
Yeah, Dale.
Now that you're here, the odds are far more even.
Dale
Also consider the fact. Also consider the fact that every single one of the arrows I've shot at these things has done nothing.
That says less about their abilities and more about your ability to fire arrows.
Billy kind of tosses a stone at Leaf's. Yeah, Leaf.
I just
He rolled a 17. Does that hit you?
17 just barely hits me. Yes.
All right, so it kind of bonks you on the head. And Billy's just like, listen here, you little.
To be fair, I think most of those arrows hit, didn't they? They just kind of bounced off, more or less.
Yes, they did.
Maybe just didn't tighten the spring
They
on
didn't
you.
even bounce off. They just went inside.
He wheels around, instinctively drawing his scimitar. Oh, just you. And he'll just put it away.
Billy just kind of looks pointedly at Leaf. Yeah, do you see what kind of punishment we go through? That was just 3 of them that were on me. Imagine it being 5-on-1. We're lucky mortars here.
I appreciate the compliment, but I do not think you should be disdaining our new allies. After all, Thelm alone took out 4. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with your capabilities, especially with only a quarterstaff.
He'll kind of give a nod. Thank you. My walking sticks never really led me astray.
Dell kind of nods appreciatively. Could use a guy like you on the guard. Yeah, and then he kind of takes Billy out under his shoulder. Come on, Billy, let's get you to Melody. We gotta get you fixed up. Don't send me to the captain's daughter. I'm already humiliated enough as it is. And so the 2 of them wander off, and the captain finally does catch up and just breathe a sigh of relief.
Leaf will kind of look around to his new party. Well, I will say I wasn't paying much attention to how you were faring in that battle. Is anyone hurt?
I think I'm good.
Yes,
The last
I
one
did
was a
not.
little warm, but that was about it.
It appears they were distracted trying to pick out the weaker targets. No offense.
Yeah, Captain just kind of shakes his head. Not many of us can match the strength of a man made of metal. Yeah, and Billy. Billy. Do you hear in the distance? Yeah, Billy. I'll have you know I'm above average.
Oh.
Just reminds me of like overly simplified history. Napoleon episode. It was above average height for the time.
Well, I suppose my main talent would seem unnecessary in that case if no one's injured. And yeah, Leaf will kind of just sling his staff away into kind of onto his back.
The captain kind of looks at the newcomers and just says, "Can't thank you enough for being here when you were. The problem is next week it might be 9. It's only been ramping up each week, and there comes a point when there's not enough guards on shift work to even work with it. We still Farin's still getting treated."
Well, have you thought about tackling them at the source, perhaps? Going to find where they're all coming from?
Yeah, the captain just kind of looks at you in horror, and go inside that as he points to the gray forest.
Admittedly, that's what's drawn us here, I think.
The captain kind of turns his look of horror to Thelm and just like, can't be serious. Even before it darkened, going in there would mean you're lost for life.
Well, I think a few of us have kind of grown up forests being our main homes. Where we spend most of our time, so
Being lost is somewhat part of the experience, I'm afraid.
besides, there's nothing better.
Yeah, the captain kind of blinks at you and kind of looks at Lily. Can't believe these guys.
The other thing is, I would need I would need a moment's rest or a night's rest, rather, to get this particular blessing, but if need be, I can talk with some animals to grant us safer passage, perhaps.
Yeah. The captain kind of gives you a blank look. Talk to animals.
Are you unacquainted with the ways of magic?
No, not unacquainted. Melody showed me plenty. It's just talk to animals. You've seen what the trees are like. What are the animals gonna be like in there?
Fair point. It may not be like a normal forest, but
Really?
in any case, getting lost shouldn't be a massive problem. Have you ever heard of the trick of leaving a trail of stones?
Yeah, the captain kind of just exhales. My pa did.
And
Yeah, he kind of turns away.
Leaf just doesn't respond.
Yeah, Lily. You remember being curious about this at some point in the past, you remember that the captain's father had tried to explore the forest. He hasn't been seen since.
I guess I'll just come up to him and just rub on his back a little bit.
Thanks, Lily. Yeah.
She just nods.
Captain Cake takes a deep breath and looks at Lily. Now, this plan of these three is a bit crazy. Do you have you come up with any ideas in the time you've been studying this?
What's that to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was you. He knows you've been trying to figure out how to stop this for the past few weeks, and he's wondering if you have an idea besides go straight inside.
You got cut out right at the end there. I'm sorry.
You're fine. He's basically trying. Yeah, he's asking you if you have a different idea than just go straight inside.
Lily just shakes her head. No, not yet. I think I'm gonna have to keep studying the Bramblers here. And she's gonna go ahead and pick up some of the. Are there any remains from that fight?
Plenty of splinters, plus a charred silhouette.
Okay. I guess any remains that she would be able to pick up, she'll go ahead and pick them up and be like, I'm gonna study this batch. Keep trying to figure out what's going on here and see if we can come up with a counterattack at all.
Yeah, the captain kind of nods gravely. I suppose that's all we can ask for. Yeah, and then he turns to the three of them. Are you sure you want to go inside the Death Forest?
Well, I don't know if we have a choice, to be completely honest.
As I've said, if you have any better solution than sitting here forever and getting whittled down day by day, I'm listening. But until then, I think that's the best course of action.
Plus, if just the local flora kind of looks like this, no point to the splinters, I'm kind of excited to see what the fauna will be.
Yeah, Captain looks at each of you three in turn and throws his hands up in surrender. Platoon, preserve me.
Mortar's just kind of been sitting by, watching conversation. Now he decides a good time to speak up.
I have to say, I do agree with their assessment. If we want to figure out why we are being attacked, the answer most likely lies within the forest itself. If we can take out what's happening in there once and for all, perhaps we can finally bring peace to the village.
Captain looks at Mortar, starts to say something, and then just puts his hands to his temple and sighs. Never the voice of reason, Mortar. I won't stop you. Just understand that if you're not back in a week, I may have to plan your funerals. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right at that time, Gina and Zare, run up. And Gina kind of, looks up at Mortar, having heard what was going on, and kind of hugs his leg. Please don't get lost.
Just gently put my hand on her head, and just the palm alone is already like way bigger than any part of her. I just gently pat her and go,
Do not worry. I know where my home is now. I shall return as soon as possible. Besides, you put it this, did you not?
and out of my head pops a tiny little radar.
Gina's just like, yes, I did, right. Yeah, but, she kind of just hugs you like a little tighter. Yeah, you save us, Marty. Yeah, Marty, you be good. And,
Though, I must ask, if I'm to accompany you, I need someone capable of repairing me in case of emergencies.
Yeah.
Now, the children are absolutely off limits.
Yeah, here's there. That's fine. I don't like doing repairs anyway, but please tell me, if you come back, tell me everything that happened. And Gina turns to, kind of thinks for a moment, has a breath in it. Auntie Lily!
Lily just kind of sighs and is like, well, I don't see anybody else who can do it.
Lily runs over and hugs Lily. You're the best, Auntie Lily.
She pats Gina on the head.
Zara kind of looked at everyone. Are you gonna go right now, or?
Leaf just kind of looks around. Personally, I didn't exactly expend any of my abilities during that battle, so I will be more than happy to go to it.
We did kind of already spend. Did we already have the rooms on our tabs?
You kind of did.
And I
He
still
kind of shuffles through his coins. I'd hate for that to go to waste.
And I admittedly still have some dents from the previous attack that I need buffing out.
Alright, well, I suppose we can stay then.
Captain kind of nods. Yeah, let us know if you change your minds overnight.
He kind of, Leaf just nods. We shall.
Captain kind of sighs and walks across the bridge and goes to walk across the bridge and is kind of mutters to himself. Gina kind of hops up and down. Alright, come on guys, let's go get some repairing. And just kind of skips off to back to the circuit house.
More seeing that, his eyes just grow bright pink.
They shall become fine inventors one day.
Big man's quite the sentimental, isn't he?
There. Yeah, if only we could get him to tell us about what he experienced during the war.
The war?
No, the Hobgoblin War, that big thing 100 years ago.
I can't say I was alive or in a state to be, or that my village has ever been one to worry about such things.
Zara's face kind of drops. Oh no. Oh no, you're a boring traveler.
Oh, wow.
If you call,
you realised.
if you call the magic of the stars boring, then there's no saving you. Leaf grins.
Well, I kind of cheekily, almost as revenge for early, just go, well, the stars are very far away. They don't really do much, do they? They just kind of hang up there.
Yeah. Is there beams at Bryn? You. I like you.
If
I like you too. Thank you.
Leaf kind of grins. If I were one of the elders of my tribe, you'd be earning a bolt of starfire for that.
Bet you're not.
Yes, well, I was.
Dub just starts cracking up and just has to.
No, I'm maybe a bit less hot-tempered than them, let's say.
Zara just kind of shrugs. So anyway, what kind of stories do you have? Yeah, as he looks at Bryn.
Oh well. To be honest, despite the fact that I've mocked my friend here for being boring, I myself am also very boring, I'm afraid. Most of my life has been spent travelling through forests taking messages. Well, to be fair, they've been very important messages, but well, my job is to take messages between different clans and druidic groups that live in forests. So I travel all over the world, taking messages for different councils and governing bodies and kings and such, to these people who live out in the middle of nowhere with their strange ways and their magic.
Zara's kind of staring with rapt attention at all this.
Leaf flashes his grin again. Travelled the entire world, still doesn't have an interesting story to tell.
Zara holds up a finger.
Well, yes, I can't exactly pretend to. Oh.
Yeah, but you see all sorts of different people. Yeah, there's all sorts of people you can talk about.
Oh yes, I've seen many different cultures and many different groups. All with their own, we'll say, unique ways of talking, and they have all sorts of games they like to play. I'm sure you'd find those relatively interesting.
Oh yeah, and Zara starts kind of pulling you toward the house. Yeah, we can talk about it at lunch. Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'd be happy to. Yes, I'm kind of fully thrown off of it by this because I have never got on with children, like, ever, and like, yet this child seems to just be very desperate to throw themselves into liking me.
Okay, yeah, Leaf will just kind of look over. I'm curious. Had you ever heard of the had you ever heard of the Fireball game before you visited my village?
You'll have to remind me of that one.
It's quite simple actually. It's where two teams throw fireballs at each other. The first team where everyone gets hit loses.
I can't say that does ring a bell, to be honest.
It's a favourite of my clan.
It sounds intense, if nothing else.
That sounds dangerous.
I suppose that's part of the fun, isn't it?
Leaf will just kind of roll his sleeve back to just reveal a part where his fur has just been very heavily singed and blackened, and just go. Dangerous is a light way of putting it.
Zara kind of look. Zara kind of gives it a bit of a look.
It heals in a few days, but that was from the game we played to say farewell to them.
Are
Yeah,
there
so-
many bald
so that's
backsies then?
Oh, not fully. We don't take it that far.
Yeah, so-
Partially bald backsies.
Yeah,
Right, the game.
Absolutely. I should take you to my village after this is all over. I'm sure you'd find the company interesting.
yeah, sir. Only if Bryn takes me. As he just kind of tugs on Bryn's pants.
Yes. What? I assume I'm meant to ask your parents about this or something.
Like I said, we can
I'm
talk about lunch. Come on. And he just kind of bounds over to the house.
Okay, yeah. And I'll kind of look towards the others, just like what?
Someone kind of cheekily wave like that. Bye.
As well, Leaf will join in.
Oh.
And will other? I'm just going to turn to Thalm. Tavern first.
I don't think I really have anything that I need at the moment. I mean,
Yeah, me
if we've
neither.
been invited for lunch, it'd be rude to walk away on that.
Were we invited, or was it just her?
Oh no, I'd assume you two were invited as well.
At that moment, you hear Gina call from the distance. Marty, Aunt Lily, we gotta get repairing.
Coming.
I am already in place. Do not worry.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna go to the circuit house.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have a bit of a lovely lunch. Bren, can you make a persuasion roll to see how good your stories are?
Yeah, okay.
Make or break time.
+0. 13. That could be worse.
So as the sort of dinner conversation goes on, and you tell about the all sorts of druidic clans that you've gotten to know, got delivered messages for in the past. Gina, Quincy, and Adeline kind of nod along to the story. Not quite disengaged, but not quite invested either. Zara is taking in every word you say. Just like this is the first time he's talked to somebody from outside the village that has any sort of story to tell him.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of picking up on this, Leaf will turn to one of the adults. Do you not get many travelers in this village then?
Yeah, Quincy just chuckles. Well, I didn't quite grow up here, but I was the last one to kind of settle down permanently. Everyone else just kind of popped in, popped out, got scared away by the two golden knight.
The two what? Sorry, you cut out a bit.
The two golden knight.
Well, I can't say I disagree there. It's quite the a less tactful man than I might describe it as extortionate.
Adeline just kind of snickers. See, that's what I told Mrs. Buffett. She didn't listen.
Yeah, Tavern keeps. They're all the same. We've got one back home as well.
Gina kind of kind of makes one last whack. There, all fixed. Yeah, like clearly not having paid attention to the conversation in the slightest.
I just kind of adjust all my every little part of me, make sure it's moving properly, and sure enough, it feels great.
Gina kind of hops onto Mortar's shoulders again, and just kind of rests her arms on his head. Yeah. Now, if any of it is broken when you get back, please. Yeah, I'm going to have some very strong words with you, Auntie Lily.
Stevie?
Oh,
It wouldn't turn back green. Okay.
Gina just got finished fixing Mortar and said, Auntie Lily, if Morty is in any way damaged when he comes back, I'm gonna have a lot of things to say.
Oh, don't worry. What? You don't have any confidence in my skills?
Gina just kind of cocks an eyebrow. Yeah. Remember the time you put in his processor backwards?
I had no sleep.
well, that sounds like quite the story.
Yeah, oh yeah, you see.
I would rather not discuss it.
See, so Lily, Auntie Lily.
What the hell is a processor?
Oh, okay, so
No idea.
So you see this? So Gina kind of hops down and opens a compartment in Morty. You see this big like a wheel on a gear here? That's a processor. It makes sure he can actually move.
Please do not show my processor in the middle of dinner.
Yeah, Gina sheepishly closes the door. Right, sorry. I know you get squeamish.
It is a sensitive area.
This sounds like some yeah.
In any case, well, I forgive me, Morta. It's just that you seldom run across a man made entirely of metal. It'd be remiss to not try and find out a bit about your inner workings.
Adeline just kind of chuckles. We felt the same way when we were making him. Like anyone who could answer our questions had already passed on, and and we try to ask him, and he's got, the one part of him that we can't fix is his memory bank.
What is his memory bank? He doesn't remember things.
Circumstances of my creation. I am aware that I was not built by this family. But who exactly that was, either I can't remember, or something in me is preventing me from telling you. I'm not sure which.
Gina kind of looks at everyone. We've been trying for months to get it to work. My grandpappy was very, very specific in how he built things, though, so it's a little bit hard.
True. That is one thing that I do remember. The fact that I am technically over 100 years old.
That's impressive. Even the eldest in my clan cannot make that claim.
When I say that, I was only, as far as I can tell, I was only conscious when I was first built, and now.
So something stopped you from thinking in the time between?
Adeline kind of sighs. When Grandpa brought him back, he was in a few pieces, let's say.
Leaf nods, kind of seeming like he's starting to grasp the creature before him a little more.
To be fair, I don't know of many people that could be pieces and still be kicking, so
Me neither.
it's fairly impressive.
Gina hugs Mortar again. Isn't he great?
There's one thing I do know. This family has helped me greatly this past month. I'll do anything to keep them safe.
Hence your place on our quest, then.
Precisely.
Adeline kind of sighs a bit. It's gonna feel weird without you around, Morty.
But I believe you can survive without me.
Zare, looks between everybody and just kind of slumps down. Right, you gotta go in the scary.
Leaf kind of just like cocks his head a bit. Do forgive me if this remark is considered rude, but every other town I've been to has some kind of guard in place. Does this one not?
Yeah, you were talking to our captain earlier, weren't you?
Aye, but shouldn't it be the guards dealing with these attacks, not, random travelers who come in?
Quincy kind of chuckles a bit. Are you saying Billy and Dale don't count?
Well, you count, but I'd expect there to be some kind of force. Something more formal.
Yeah,
This place doesn't seem very big. I don't imagine they'd really have a ton of people for guards.
Quincy gestures toward them, and add to that the fact that that at least half of them are getting medical help for attacks from previous weeks.
I see.
And good luck getting Connor out from the front gate. He loves that post.
Loves it so much he'd see the whole village die from his post, still protecting the front gate.
Coward. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, and like now Mortar, he's not a coward. He just doesn't like blood.
He forgive me once again if this is considered rude, but a man who doesn't like blood signed up to be a guard.
Quincy and Adeline look at each other and just burst out laughing. Yeah, when you put it that way, it does sound quite silly.
It boggles the mind.
Quincy just kind of composes himself and just says, "That's why he's in the decorative position. He doesn't want to leave it."
I suppose that makes enough sense. Although, well, I think given this information, it's a bit harder to bring myself to disagree with Morta's position.
Adeline just kind of smiles. Well, I hope that whatever you find in that forest, it doesn't kill you. Y'all seem like good folks.
Well, if it's anything like what came out of it, I don't think that'll be a worry.
Yeah, Leaf just kind of nods. I share the sentiment.
I don't know if I do, especially to be completely honest, but it should be fine.
Worst case scenario, one comes up to you, just hit him with your hand. It seems
That's
to work
true.
pretty well.
I'll take something with fire on it. Maybe try to scare it away.
Yeah,
hands are capable of destroying it, then who knows what mine can do.
Yeah, do you know?
And you can see him opening and closing his left fist, and you can hear the gears grinding. Just...
To be fair, I don't hit him with just sheer force, but I'd probably say that force alone would be enough to easily break them.
Yeah, do you know? Especially if it's mortar. Yeah, and then she, yeah, look, it takes a look at Mortar's hit, kind of frowns a bit, and then snaps her fingers and a little tiny flame bursts from her hands as she puts it over the offensive spot. She sits there for a second, pulls it back, and then goes back to smiling.
What was he doing?
She was essentially patching up a hole she saw.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that she missed during the initial sweep.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Well, I believe we should rest up as much as we can. We have quite the important task ahead.
Leaf thoughts. Hi. Let us.
Right. Well, Leaf, Delm, Bryn, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you all luck.
Thank you. And we appreciate your hospitality. I know you didn't need to do this for us.
Please. What kind of small town would we be if we weren't hospitable?
Well, all the same.
So you're all gonna go to your respective sleeping quarters then?
It's
Yeah.
only noon.
Back in the workshop.
Well, as you guys get yourself rested up and prepared, for what you're going to do tomorrow, that is where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Does Mortar do the equivalent of sleeping in the garage?
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't exactly sleep per se.
That is true.
He
Hey,
has a
tell me
sleep
there.
mode.
I'm
but
gonna.
he's-
Yeah. I'm having to stop myself from calling him a replicant.
Yeah, too much. Too
much,
much. Your locks and
too much
libraries.
paragon, yeah.
Yeah, because replicant implies that you make more than one. There is
Yeah.
no other one like Mortar.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I will admit there's one thing that's slightly disappointing.
what's that?
What?
I didn't even get to rage.
That's
Yeah,
for
I
next,
mean, I didn't.
That's for
I-
next
I
session. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, likewise, I didn't cast a single leveled spell. But,
Don't worry about it, guys.
I felt like I didn't need to for that fight.
Yeah,
I got to punch some stuff. And
don't worry. You guys will have a tougher encounter next time. This was just the
The warm up. Yeah, I understand.
Introductory. Yeah.
Funny enough, I put the 6 Bramblers into the Kobold Fight Club and learned that it was hard.
You cut
And
out?
that you cut out. We didn't hear that.
the Bramblers got him.
I put the Bramblers into Kobold Fight Club, and 6 of them were just on the cusp of hard. So
Right. I think I mean, CR isn't kind of always reliable that way. It's
yeah, so I'm gonna be refining that over the course of the next few sessions.
Well, yeah, that's just part of learning to be a DM.
I will never forget the day that that Kobold Fight Club told me that like an adult black dragon or something was a medium encounter for my party. It was not.
No, yes, that is that is somewhat peculiar.
Yeah, anything with a recharge attack is incredibly
Yeah.
terrifying. I mean, you guys almost died to Yangaruga,
Mm-hmm.
and yet the knight was an absolute pushover.
Yep.
To be fair, wasn't the night in the session where Kai just went off.
Could be.
Yeah, it's the one where suddenly Kai became bulletproof.
Yeah. I rest my case.
Yeah, by the way, Matt, I'm just now looking at the meme you posted in response to the Grape Garbler.
Yeah, the grape is made of grape.
The grape is made of probably poison. Oh my god, what is this?
I'm glad I could describe this sensation to you.
The poison is made of grapes.
That's more accurate.
Alright.
What do you guys think overall?
Yeah, I
I really
enjoyed
enjoyed it. Yeah, this
Very
is like
fun.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good. I really like this village so far. It's really cute.
it. Yeah, too bad we probably won't be spending too much more time here.
Yeah, no, we're basically leaving first thing next
Yeah,
session.
I mean, I guess it's like, I guess that usually happens with first villagers.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you guys never revisited Mendor at all in Blocks and Libraries.
Well, I thought we were going to, and then we made the detour to Life
Oh
Leaving
yeah,
Island. So,
yeah.
but yeah,
The detour that ended everything.
yeah. I will say though, this won't be the last you see of the village in this campaign. Just for full disclosure.
Understandable.
Well, we gotta have somewhere to retreat when the forest catches fire. So yeah.
Actually, yeah. Have they thought about burning the forest down?
First of all, it's sacred. Second of all, the fire.
Sacred, whatever. Burn the thing down. The trees can't come crawling.
Who cares?
Trees cannot come crawling out of a forest that doesn't exist.
Not sure
Maybe
about that
not, but
one, G.
Their roots do run deep, though.
Yeah, you'll just burn it down, and then the next day it'll be right back up. Wouldn't even have looked like a problem happened.
I'm intrigued to see where this goes. Though. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more.